Tonight's the night.
What the hell is even that?
Ladies and gentlemen, I just can't stop glazing Dexter Resurrection, and I gotta glaze it a little bit more in this video. I am genuinely appalled. I went back earlier this week and watched a little bit of Original Sin, and I watched a little bit of New Blood, and as I was doing that, I was looking at them and thinking to myself, these are cool. And I liked New Blood and Original Sin. I talked about them extensively in my reviews of them when I recently watched them. But none of them have that magic spark that this season of TV has in Dexter Resurrection. This, for the first time in a long time, feels like must-watch, must-see, action-packed, incredible TV. It reminds me of when I watched something like Breaking Bad for the first time, or when I watched season 6 of Better Call Saul for the first time, or when I watched some of the greats from Game of Thrones. This has that. It has that it factor that not a lot of shows can do, not a lot of shows can capture. This absolutely has it. And I know we have 2 more episodes to go, and I know I already made a video talking about how I feel about Dexter Resurrection, but I got to do it again because we are 8 episodes in. There has not been one bad episode. A lot of people online have said this past episode, episode 8, was the weakest. It was more like a filler episode, and I do agree with that. But I would still literally rate it a 9.5, maybe a 10 out of 10. I said that in my review that I gave it a 10 out of 10, even though I had some flaws in it. Maybe it's held back to a 9.5. But I am dead serious that that's the lowest of the season. If an episode for me is a 9.5 out of 10 and that's the lowest of the season, that's like insane. I've never had a show come close to this. And it's solidified for me, and I don't care what you guys say, to be honest. Like, I'm just being real. I don't care what you guys say. You could rat me out, call me crazy names in the comments for this, which please comment your thoughts on this, by the way, but you could say all you want. The truth is, I do think this is probably the best season of Dexter. We have 2 more episodes to go. I know, but the setup for those 2 more episodes is almost to the point where no matter what they do, it's going to be solid, even if it ends up where like Harrison or Batista die. I'm not saying I want that, but the setup for everything and where we're going narratively is just so good, I don't see how they could screw it up. And knowing that Dexter Resurrection is going to be having in season 2, most likely, given the news that Original Sin was canceled, I think that puts this show in a place where they're not going to do anything super daring. They're not going to give finality like they did with New Blood or even season 8 of Dexter. This is just a lightning in the bottle season, and no matter what they do here, it's going to just continue. I don't know if any season of it going forward is going to have the same sort of quality as season 1, because they already got rid of the whole, like, Prater's Mansion people thing already. I mean, we only have Big Al left. But in the end of the day, like, no matter what, this season is... I don't know that I want to say definitively it's my favorite season of Dexter yet, just because we haven't seen the last 2 episodes, but... pretending we don't have 2 more episodes. Like, if this season ended with these 8 episodes and it ended with, I didn't know you had a son, not saying it would, but if it did, I would say this is the best season of Dexter of all time. I know you guys might think I'm reaching. I know some of you out there are probably already typing, hold on there, buddy. I could see it because you guys do that. But I'm just saying, I started watching Dexter about 6-ish months ago. That's when I started the show. I had never watched it before, so this isn't some recency bias thing for me. I've seen all the seasons of Dexter within these last 6 months, and I'm telling you for certainty, from my perspective, my humble opinion, obviously that's just my opinion, I think this is the best season of Dexter. Right now, I think it's the best season of Dexter. That could change. It could get worse. Whatever happens in these next 2 episodes can stain that. That's definitely possible. But I'm just telling you right now, this is that good. This is that it factor. And I'm freaking out over this. And actually, as a matter of fact, the channel has done better than it's ever done thanks to this season of Dexter. So thank you guys for supporting the channel. I do plan on doing video essays and things like that for sure about Dexter Resurrection and other Dexter things in general. So if you're not subscribed already, definitely get subscribed for that, because there's a lot of Dexter around the corner. But guys, I wanted to get on here and talk about my feelings for it, because no matter what they decide to do, no matter where it goes, I'm in love with this season of Dexter. I've never had a season of a show be where I'm like itching every day to see what happens next. I can't remember the last time that's happened. It hasn't happened in The Walking Dead like ever. Even in The Ones Who Live, it didn't happen. It hasn't happened really for me since Better Call Saul season 6. It hasn't happened prior to that since Breaking Bad. It just hasn't happened, guys. This is a lightning in the bottle season of TV. Maybe it's because I live in New York City. Maybe it's because I love the show and watched it all quick and like, I don't know. I don't know what this is, but like, I'm pretty sure most people are on the same wavelength. I literally only have one person in my comments saying how much they hate this show. There's only one, and I get hundreds of comments on these videos. I'm not saying that to boast, but I'm just saying the majority of people feel a very similar way. I know I'm not crazy for saying it's really good. I may be crazy for saying it's the best season of Dexter. To each their own, though. That's why we have different flavors of ice cream. I like vanilla. You may like Rocky Road. Vanilla to me is Dexter Resurrection. That's all I'm saying. I love it. I'm glazing the shit out of it. I'm going to continue to glaze the shit out of it until they do something wrong. And that's the thing, guys. You guys know I used to be very nitpicky, at least with the Walking Dead content. And I still will be. If something warrants being nitpicky or something warrants my honest feelings, I'm never going to shy away from that. My honest feelings right now are this is one of the best seasons of TV that I've ever seen. I'm not backing off of that. I genuinely feel it, and I'd love to know from you. Do you feel the same way? Did you love this season so far? Where are you at with it? And if you want to see my predictions for episodes 9 and 10, definitely click up here because I will have that video out. I recorded them right next to one another, so maybe I'll get them out tonight. With all that out of the way, thanks again so much for watching this video, and until the next one, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.